So let's take an example. Let's say that we have two EXSI host, EXSI host 1 and EXSI host 2. There is one VM running on EXSI host 1, which has an IP address of 10.0.0.0.2, and there is another VM running on EXSI host 2, which is S2 server with IP address of 11.0.0.0.2, right? So the first thing that you do in a NSXT fabric is basically prep this host as a part of the fabric, right? The moment you prep this host as a part of the NSXT fabric, this host will become transport nodes, right? So you have transport node 1 and you have transport node 2, both part of the NSXT fabric. So the next thing that you basically configure is what you call as transport zones. So I will have transport zone 1 for an example, and transport zone basically define the scope of the segments. So let's say that I have a transport zone 1 and I attach the transport zone 1 or associate the transport zone 1 with EXSI 1 and EXSI 2, which means the scope of this transport zone is now EXSI 1 and EXSI 2, right? So as the goal of this lab will be to communicate from S1 to S2, which are in two different segments, I need to create the segments, right? So I'll create segment 1, which will be having the IP or IP range of server 1, and segment 2, which will be having the IP range of server 2, and also have a gateway. So the gateway for the green segment is 10.0.0.0.1, and for the other segment is 11.0.0.0.1, right? And I associate these segments to the transport zone, right? So I associate these two segments as part of transport zone 1, which means whichever host has this transport zone associated, there will be a logical segment or a report group. For an example, the report group will be created there. So the moment I associate the segments to the transport zone, this transport zone will be part of different hosts. For this example, it's part of EXSI 1 and EXSI 2. There will be a port group that is automatically created or pushed as part of the segments that is associated to the transport zone 1, right? So you have green and orange segments and you have corresponding port group. So you just map the S1 server VNIC towards the port group, right? So if I want it to communicate to default gateway, I just connect the server NIC to the port group and I will be able to ping the gateway, right? But for this example, the goal is to make two segments communicate to each other. For that, you have to associate the segments to a logical router, right? So in a NSXT fabric, there are two type of routers. One is T1, which is within the fabric, right? So if you take an example of a tenant and you want a routing between the segments within a tenant, you use a T1 router. And if you want a communication uh, to outside the fabric, then you use a T0 router, right? Which will be in your edge. So for this example, you basically need a T1 router that will enable the communication between two segments within this transport zone, right? So now you have a router which is a T1 router and you associate T1 router to both the segments. Now the moment you associate the router, what happen means there will be logical routers created and this router will have two interface. The one interface will have an IP address of the gateway for the green segment and the second interface will have the IP address of the gateway for the orange segment, right? Now this is a distributed router, so you will have the same router spanned across, right, or the same Anycast gateway spanned across all your EXSI hosts where this transport zone is present, right? Now let's say that I want so now what happened means, if you ping from S1 to S2, it will hit the port group, right? The port group, it will be associated with this router. The gateway is in the router, so it sends the traffic towards the router, and the router identify that the next server S2 is sitting in the other EXI host, so it will basically send the traffic to the EXSI2, and that will be basically a Geneve tunnel from EXSI host 1 to EXSI host 2, and then it get decapsulated in the host 2, and then the traffic will be forwarded, right? Now if you want some segregation or logical separation, then you always can create a different transport zone, right? And create a port group or create a segment here. Let's say that you create a new segment of 12.0.0.0/0, and you associate that segment to this transport zone 2. Then that port group corresponded to that logical segment will be only present in the EXSI host 2, right? So there will be no communication or no port group or no VM that sits in EXSI 1 that can communicate with transport zone 2. So that's how you basically map the different construct of NSXT. And if you have an edge cluster here, right, then basically you will associate your T0 router to the T1 router. So then basically it gets all the route, and then it will be able to go outside the fabric, right? So the outside the fabric, you always associate T1 to T0, but within the fabric, you associate your segments to the T1, and you will be able to route within your tenant, right? So that's how the NSXT constraints look like. So we'll do this lab.